doctor. Actually, if you send a monetary donation, you send all these things. Even a small donation can make a big impact and can quickly become exactly what people affected by disaster need most.
In the wake of a hurricane, your monetary donation can make a huge difference to those in need. To donate, visit supporthurricanerelief.org. That's supporthurricanerelief.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hello, thank you for listening to WFMCJams.com, Internet Radio. We want to make sure that you listen to some more great music coming from Opry Mills Mall the first Saturday of every month, live on WFMC Jams, hosted by PCG. It is Opry Mills Unplugged. You can hear them from 1 o'clock to 5 p.m., again, first Saturday every month, here on WFMCJams.com. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another Midnight Madness show. I am Mark, your DJ Doctor, coming to you from a chilly Manchester, Tennessee tonight. Central Tennessee. We're about an hour south of Nashville, where it's not warm and sunny and 82 degrees today. It's a little cool. It's supposed to be cooler tomorrow. I don't quite like that.
No, but it's better than snow.
That, people, there is the voice of the one, the only, the hillbilly heartthrob, the once Pat Benatar backup wannabe.
That's all right. I don't mind wanting to do that, but you were the Pat Boone wannabe back.
I was a Pat Boone, man. I'm telling you, me and Pat Boone, we ran in the same circles.
Hey,
who was hotter, Pat Benatar or Pat Boone?
Pat Boone. What's Pat's middle name, I wonder?
I have no idea.
I think we need to find out before the show's over with. Have our people start looking in our research development team.
Okay.
So, anyways,
that's up to you.
Yeah, that is the voice of the hillbilly heartthrob. Next to him, running or wool-manning our station on the Facebook page is the Velvet One, Rebecca. How you doing?
I like that, womaning.
Wool-manning.
That's nice.
Wool-manning. Hello, everybody.
Womaning. All right. Guess what today is?
Today is National Eat a Groundhog Day.
Close. It's National Ex-Spouse Day.
Ex-Spouse Day. I want to say,
There's a
hey.
lot of them between us here, right?
Yeah.
So we can.
I can't count that high.
Jamie says I have a lot to celebrate.
Yeah, we've had our share, haven't we? Let's pass on that subject. All right.
How do you celebrate that?
I think I got one watching right now. That's what's scary. Happy anniversary.
How does one celebrate an ex-spouse day?
I don't know.
Lots of booze.
Lots of booze. So
We are off on the right foot here.
we want to get to our special guests. We want to say hey to Chris at heatfmradio.com out there in New York. Thank you, Chris, for putting us on your station. Don't forget to check tomorrow on heatfmradio.com. We're going to have Ace's Grinder House show or rerun since his place is kind of shut down for the virus thing. You may have heard of that, a little virus thing going on out there. So we're doing a re-air of his show, so check that out. That is 7 o'clock Nashville time, 8 o'clock Eastern, and then at 9 o'clock Nashville time, 10 o'clock Eastern, you'll have a relive of one of our vinyl shows. I'm not sure which one I'm putting on there tomorrow. I haven't had a chance to edit the last two, so I will get on to it here real quick. So good stuff. And then we want to say hey to Lisa T., who found out that she is COVID-free. She's a little silly, a little crazy, but she's from Alabama. That's the way it goes. Lisa T from Alabama Jams down there. We want to say hey to her and our good friend David Havens and all the gang down there. Glad you guys are doing well. David was under the weather, but he was COVID-free and doing well. And then to the wild one, the master of disaster, the man with a plan, Brian, the IT guru genius.
Yes.
How you doing, Brian?
I am doing very good today. Hope everybody with the station's doing as well and staying safe from the COVID situation.
Are you reading this?
That's straight from the heart. You could tell that was unscripted,
Heartfelt.
heartfelt.
You don't care about us at all, do you, Brian?
Turn the page.
Turn the page, Brian. The response is on the other page.
Wait, let's see. What it says.
Yes, I do care.
I've missed that voice. I've missed all of
We're
it.
like a well-oiled machine tonight, folks. The sad part about it is we spent all of our jokes probably pre-show. I don't know if we got anything left for the rest of the night. So Randy's going, good. It's all about me now. So
I'm
we
going
want
to
to
pull
say,
every bad joke out of you guys before this night's over.
oh, man.
That's what it's about.
Oh, he'll get into a lot of stuff. Jason, why don't you go ahead and open the show, introduce who our guest is, and then we'll get to the Randy Sideshow project here in a little bit. Poor guy.
Right. We
Feel bad for
have
him.
the one and only Mr. Randy Finchum.
Randy Finchum's in the house.
Glad to be here.
Or as we like to say, Rockin' Randy.
Rockin' Randy.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
Rockin' Randy. You were Rockin' Randy for a while with us.
I'll always be rocking Randy.
Always
you know,
Rockin'
and,
Randy. In our hearts, Rockin'
yes,
Randy.
Videos pop up from those days when we hosted the shows back to back, and it was a lot of great memories. Every week they pop up on Facebook, 3 weeks ago or so, and the guest we had on there, it was just fantastic. And the guest you guys still have on there. So
Unbelievable. I mean, I go back to the pictures, and I'm going to here real soon because now we're going to be redoing their camera systems here if we get all the bugs worked out. So there'll be a camera on you and then the camera on us also going back and forth.
It'll be like a real program.
Our monitor system up here, which Brian still manipulates sometimes and has Betty White up there doing stuff. Some cool memes. But we're going to have pictures of all, like the good shots that we took at all the festivals and then all the stuff from the Midnight Madness show and the Nashville Nights show up there so people go, wow, they had some like cool people on the station. Everybody is cool on the
They
station.
could just cut you and I out of those pictures. That'd be a hell of a lot
I
better.
hear you. It'd make the pictures look a lot better. I think I'm going to pick me and put like Burt Reynolds' face on my thing.
no one will ever know the difference.
No one. Thanks, Randy. You know we're not paying you tonight, right?
That's all right.
So he's trying to get a little raise on this.
I need some good karma because I've got plenty of bad. Guys, what you're talking about memories of the Nashville Midnight Madness show. You guys, I was thinking about this with the passing of Joe Diffie a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
You guys interviewed Leanna Williams, and one of the times, several times you've had her on, but Leanna and Ron. Her son Ron. And Jason, I don't know if you remember this. We walked over into the corner in between the shows, and Ron plays us probably one of the best love songs ever written, the Joe Diffie song he wrote called Something Like This. And he played that. I don't think we got video rolling on it. I wish we had.
Oh, wow.
But what a song, what a special moment. And that's something that we only can get. It seems we can get left and right here. We can hear these hit songs by these hit writers and just one after the other. Think about how many hit songs you've heard on these shows on WFMC Jams and the other stations over the years.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing. Well, and speaking of the passing of Joe Diffie, I was fortunate enough last year at the Lynchburg Music Festival to be in the photo pit taking photographs of Joe Diffie.
He played there. That's right.
Yeah, he played there last year. So I got to see him. And then it was was it a month earlier? Was the Bonnaroo before Lynchburg?
Yeah.
Saw John Prine at the Bonnaroo. So I got to see two of the big stars before they passed. And little do we know, seeing them then, that we wouldn't see them less than a year later. It's very shocking and sad. So our hearts go out to the family and friends and all the people around there, to the Joe Diffie and to Mr. Prine. What a great talent we lost there between the two of them. So, Randy, let's go ahead and let you play guitar, do a song, and then we're going to catch up, man. It's been a while. Right. I think the only time we see you anymore is when you're passing us running vehicles at the Bonnaroo, I think, trying to run us down, playing Frogger.
And, we're not going to be doing that this year. Well, when it was going to be in June, maybe in September we will. So So it's going to be let's hope the weather's better than it was last October for the Exit 111. It was cold.
It was terrible
out there,
cold. Yep.
All right, I'm going to play one that I wrote with Coy Lee Barker and Trinity, or T.K. Brown. We wrote it last August, and she put it out, and it was number one on the Christian Country Countdown with Steve Robertson for about 3 weeks. So.
All right.
It's called Saddle Up, and it's kind of timely. Daddy told me life is like a rodeo. Gonna be some dips and some bumpy roads. No doubt about it, son, you're gonna take some falls. It's not how many times you hit the dirt, it's how fast you get up and back to work. So what you gonna do when it bucks you off? Saddle up, life is a crazy ride. Saddle up, grab the reins and hold on tight. Don't be afraid to dig down deep for the grit and the strength and the guts you need. You find out who you are. When you think you've had too much, don't stay down in the dust. Saddle up. No matter who you are or what you do, it applies to me, it applies to you. Nothing worth it comes easy, and that's a fact. You're gonna get dirty, gonna get scarred, have some broken bones and broken hearts, but when you're down and out and on your back, saddle up, life is a crazy ride. Saddle up, grab the reins and hold on tight. Don't be afraid to dig down deep for the grit and the strength and the guts you need. You find out who you are. When you think you've had too much, don't stay down in the dust. Saddle up. Yeah, we gotta saddle up. Every time life bucks us off, saddle up. Life is a crazy ride. Saddle up, grab the reins and hold on tight. Don't be afraid to dig down deep for the grit and the strength and the guts you need. You find out who you are. When you think you've had too much, don't you stay down in the dust. Saddle up. Yeah, we gotta saddle up. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Rockin' Randy's in the house with us. Well, Randy, how you been doing, man? It's been a little while.
Doing good. I watch you guys regularly. We pass, and I've been doing the show in Montego that airs on WFMC every third Monday, and HLE Radio and WKLF. I was doing that when I talked to Jason today on the phone. So we're actually going into past footage as much probably what you guys are doing. Because everything is on hiatus right now.
Oh, yeah.
Plenty of great footage for future shows.
Yeah, we've got a couple of locations that we have that when they send us music, they send us like 8 hours of music at a time.
Yes.
So I've got stuff that hasn't even aired yet. So it's like they're still going. And I'm like, well, thank you, guys. But if they do that, couple of things happen, but I just like, please don't announce that like, hey, welcome to the CMA weekend, because it's like 8 months after the CMAs, and we're still playing some stuff you never heard before. So I just tell people, you're going to load me up a little bit, don't date it. Welcome to the Halloween special.
Oh, yeah.
Stay away from that stuff. But great stuff. We got Russ Lacoste, Belcourt Taps. We got Aaron over there at, Belcourt Taps with the Nashville Tour Stop show. We got the Monday shows between Jason and yourself. David Havens with music from Muscle Shoals, Then, Now, and Forever. Yeah. And then we got a kind of an all hits kind of thing on a Monday. We got Asa at the Grinder House. We got the new music food truck. And then we got a new show. I don't know, Randy, if you've seen the new show, but we got a new show on Thursday nights. Man, it's been taking off. It's like a snowball going downhill. It's virtualconcerts.us. The Facebook page, just Facebook Virtual Concerts, but you can also check it out on our website and WFNC Jam's Facebook page. Every Thursday night at 7 o'clock, we're having an artist doing a watch party. First one was Melissa Alessi. Second one was Credenda. Third one was Nailani and Josh. Yeah. This week is going to be Ava Rowland. So you can check out avarowland.com, or you go to Ava Rowland Music on Facebook. Check it out and see her. But she'll be doing a show from Cleveland, Ohio coming up. So get your Thursday night music fixed. We encourage you to watch the show, like it. She's got merchandise. She may have a tip jar via PayPal or Cash App. Please help. These artists are out there. You know what it's like, Randy. These people out there that they quit their day jobs to go full-time music, and then this happens.
I lost my day job and tried to go full-time music.
Yeah. So it's hard now. These people got nothing to fall back on. So help these people out, man. They're still out there. And when this all clears, they'll be back out playing for you, but don't forget them while they're being quarantined and sheltered. And get your music fixed, man. This is the way to check out good live music every Thursday night. You can check it out on WFNC Jam's Facebook page, but it's virtual concerts. So we're doing that.
That's great.
And it could be we may have to double up on them because we're starting to get hit pretty hard. So it might be every 7 o'clock, and then maybe down the road every 8 o'clock. So they're half-hour, 45-minute shows. Check them out. They're live from their quarantine house or studio. So
and this is something we can continue even after the quarantine is over.
Yeah, I plan on, long Brian is okay with us continue doing it, we're going to go ahead and continue doing it. Might be an avenue for an artist to come on Thursday night, play their half-hour, 45-minute set, and when it's all clear to go.
Especially when you start looking at ones from other states or other countries.
Yeah, guess what's going to happen? This Friday we'll be playing so-and-so. Saturday will be so-and-so. Might get you some more people out there at the venues, and promote the venues, too. We love the venues. So.
Now, I must admit, with the virtual shows what the songwriters are doing, have caught on a lot better than I was thinking they would. When you see, I've watched other people's videos and have 30, 50, 100 people on there. It's been a pleasant surprise to see that. So maybe that'll be a great thing to come out of this, that we will have a lot more virtual shows coming along in the interactive kind,
Yeah.
Kind of like you guys have done with this one for years now.
7, yeah. Well, when did we go video? We've been video the whole time almost, haven't we? Except for the first few shows.
Well, even the first few shows, we were doing them for us anyhow.
Yeah.
We were even doing multi-video at that point.
Yeah,
we had. Store.
I'm sorry, did you say something, Brian?
No, I didn't say nothing.
We just thought you did. The man behind the screen. So, Randy's drinking a nice, cool one brought to you by... I can't.
Budweiser.
I was gonna.
It's some kind of it's Kroger.
Kroger.
It's
citrus.
actually a lady we both had on the show, Miss Bryce Hitchcock. This is her
Yes.
her koozie. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just not with it, But yeah, Bryce Hitchcock. This is her koozie we've been using.
So, Randy, how's the DJing going? You still DJing? Doing?
Yeah, it's
from
fun
home now, probably. Huh?
From home, yeah. Actually, I do, and this is a revelation that when everybody listens to Music City on the Magic, 80% of the time I'm doing the show in my boxers.
Yeah, nice.
I am too.
Yeah.
That's why the camera's turned right the other way.
Yeah. So don't stand up till I leave, please. No, I would say maybe only 50%. I use sweatpants. But that is amazing about technology now. You can do shows from home, mix, edit, put it all together, then just send it out, and it kind of works very, very well like that. So,
oh, yeah.
It's been amazing how much easier technology is now, which will lend itself to what you guys were just talking about, the virtual shows and doing radio shows and everything. So,
yeah, we decided, Brian and I was doing some serious talking one day, and it was like, all these people are out there doing their shows. And artists, if you're out there listening, they're doing their watch parties, and they're doing 3, 4, 5 a week and different times of the day. And we're like going, if one artist would do a show at 7 o'clock, we could jump on, do cross-posting. We could put them on our pages, all of our Facebook pages, our websites. Brian is titled other pages. Let's get more bang for your buck. You're doing the show anyways. Let's schedule it. So if there's artists out there that are interested, you can go on our Facebook page, WFMC Jams Facebook page. Send us a little line and say, hey, I'd be interested in maybe doing one of your shows. Now, we're booked. The 7 o'clock shows are booked all the way through April and into May now, starting into May. And I'm telling you what, we got some killers that are going to happen in May. Probably they're just, I can't say the names, but they're right on the edge. Let's just say one place for one of the biggest rock bands of all time is looking at doing a watch party for
Tiny
us.
Tim.
Tiny Tim Jr. Tiny Tim Jr. is on there.
Say,
Yeah, wouldn't it be funny? Tiny Tim Jr.'s kid's like 6'5", 300 pounds. Tiny large is what we'd call him.
Large.
Tiny large. He's a big boy. Randy, go ahead and play us another song, and then we got to throw out some things for you. We miss you, so we want to talk more about you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Jimmy, anything that I've got this not because I'm being rude, just because I can't remember song lists now. I'm getting to the age where I have to look up stuff. So I guess here's what we're gonna do. I love playing this one, and you guys behind this song. Okay. I told you guys years ago that she was a girl on a wagon train.
Oh yeah,
that was my song that got me from Bon Jovi to Garth Brooks, and they kind of made me take the country leap. And Mark looks over at Jason and said, hey, we know the lady who wrote that. So you guys set me up with you gave me I talked to Cindy.
With Cindy?
Is on the phone. So Cindy and I get to writing, and I thank God this didn't run her off. I bring up this story about my grandma from years ago. And I was 10 years old down here in Tullahoma, Tennessee, and Mom and Dad dropped me off to spend the night with Grandma. And as soon as they get out here, Grandma reaches underneath the couch, pulls out this big bottle. It wasn't a jug, but it looked like tea inside it. It takes the biggest swig I'd ever seen, and it didn't smell like tea either. And that was the first time I'd ever seen anybody drink.
Wow.
And it took me a little while to realize, a long time to realize, Grandma, she needed a little help. She was doing things on her own. She raised a lot of great kids.
What's that say about you?
Really?
She had to have the Jack to get through you.
Oh gosh, no! This was even before me. My dad probably needed Jack to deal with me. God rest his soul. But this goes out to my grandma. And a true story, and to get to write with the lady who wrote one of your favorite songs of all time. Who can say that? How many of us can?
Isn't that cool?
So Cindy had she finally shaped this idea I carried around for about 30 years. It's Grandma Joe. She was a hard-working mama on my daddy's side, left by the war with her own little tribe. My daddy was the third oldest in line. With 6 kids, she didn't have time to cry. She had calloused hands and a tender heart, worked in a factory from dawn to dark. When you're 3 to a bed in a trailer park, small town gossip can be so harsh. I was 10 the first time I found that bottle. Grandma been practicing the Lynchburg gospel. They say she raised her kids on her own. She had a boyfriend all along. Jack Daniel lived there in town. Grandma and Jack raised those kids. Now I understand why she did what she did. Underneath the sofa, that's where it was hid. Grandma and Jack raised those kids. She always put her babies before the booze, just a little liquid courage to see her through. Oh, how I love to smell her come into the room. her perfume. That's true. I was 10 the first time I found that bottle. Grandma been practicing the Lynchburg gospel. They say she raised her kids on her own. She had a boyfriend all alone. Jack Daniels lived there in town. Grandma and Jack raised those kids. Now I understand why she did what she did. Underneath the sofa, that's where it was hid. Grandma and Jack raised those kids. Grandma, thank you for being tough. God knows it was hard, but you did it all with love, and sometimes with a buzz. Sometimes with a really big buzz, and it's a family thing, because she's the only one. Grandma and Jack raised those kids. Now I understand why she did what she did. Underneath the sofa, that's where it was hid. Grandma and Jack raised those kids. Yeah, they raised those kids. What a job they did when they raised those kids. Grandma and Jack raised those kids. Thank you, thank you. And thank you guys for setting that up. Y'all showed a lot of confidence in me, because I could have been some total Germing nutbag, and Germing means I would have.
But you are.
Yeah, and heaped my songs on her. But y'all trusted me with your friend, and she's became my friend of about 5 years now. Cynthia Limbaugh Torres. Yeah.
Sweet lady. And I think it's kind of cool that looking back now, 7 years ago, 7.5 years ago, we had no idea that this would take off and be as big as it really is. But we sit there and go, we're wrapped around Garth Brooks quite heavily, which is kind of funny. Cindy.
Yes.
Kent Maxon.
Mm-hmm. We had Johnny Garcia, his guitar player.
Yes.
We had his daughter on the station.
I remember.
Allie was on. So we had everybody but Garth and Trisha. So
not yet.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put out the $20 offer. If Garth wants to take all 20, that's fine. If he wants to split 10 with Trish, or 12 with Trish, one of these times when the COVID thing is over, just walk through the door. I'll give you a quick 20. Because see, Garth's a money man. He needs, and I'm sure now with COVID, he's not working. He's probably needing the extra cash.
I'll throw in this $3 I have in my wallet.
There you go.
Get this thing done.
So Garth and Trish, if you get a chance, swing on down to Manchester. We'll hook you right up.
You got to get an EMT ready, because if I see Trish.
Yeah.
Jason will pass out if he sees Garth.
I probably would. Yes, I think I would.
Yeah.
Garth, one of those people that would be bumbling idiot, can't talk.
I finally seen those two up close in person.
Oh, did you?
This was in October of last year, the year before, at the basement of the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Wow.
So Tricia pulls up, and then Garth comes out there. They're both very tall. Or that, or I'm very short. One or the other. But yeah, I always pictured Garth be a tall, or a short,
Yeah.
neo-fat guy like I am. But he wasn't. He was very tall. So
yeah. Well, they're really cool. We really like them a lot, both of them. But it's just funny that we run in circles with everybody that runs around them. We know they're friends. We know some of their friends. But it'd be kind of cool to get to meet Garth and Trish one day. So maybe someday.
That's
again,
one of
Garth,
the
if you're listening, $20 offer, man.
One of the few people I would be starstruck over.
I see, like Paul McCartney would be the one for me,
Yeah.
and I'd hold it together like I did Buddy Rich and Ringo Starr. I would hold it together. Because inside you're like a little schoolgirl, like, Markley loves you. Olivia Newton-John, when I shook Olivia Newton-John's hand, like, hey, how you doing, inside I was like a little schoolgirl, but.
I think it would be either Samantha Fox or Paris Hilton for me. I would just.
Oh, really?
Just melt,
So your lovely wife, who's she starstruck by?
She's staring
other than you
for me right now, isn't she?
It's me. She's
so
who
you
would
have
be
a
starstruck? I would say, let me guess. This is Jamie Finchum. This is my lovely wife of 7 years now. So, let me guess who, and tell me if I'm right, and tell me who would she be starstruck by?
Danny Bonaducci.
Nick Carter? Backstreet Boys? I knew it. Nick Carter, the Backstreet Boys.
Nick Carter. That's the blonde-haired one.
You tell me which one. I love the Backstreet Boys. We have Backstreet Boys marathons at the house there.
My son went to go see the Backstreet Boys. Adam, the rock and roller.
John Bon Jovi.
Said they did a great job. John, John's a phenomenal.
Yes, I would melt too.
I have Backstreet Boys on vinyl.
Do you? Wow.
Yeah, that's because you want it that way. But anyways.
I don't know how many songwriters we got out there listening, but part of this interactiveness, this new interactiveness that's coming out, and so many of these, we could ask each other's questions because we have a lot of songwriters listening and music people, I'm assuming. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to ask you guys this: is there a song, whether it's old or new, and you got to narrow it down to one, or maybe just a few, that you wish you had written?
Oh God, there's so many of them.
Pick a Beatles tune first. Any Beatles, I'd been happy to write any one of those.
Who are they?
Except
They're
for
like
Rocky
a
Raccoon.
Disco band, right? No.
Yeah, disco guys. A lot of mirror ball stuff they did.
Well, what about what Beatles song would be the best to start this off?
Oh man, I would say because of sentimental reasons. Because I had a cousin that I absolutely loved to death, and ironically, he passed away at the age of 24. Of cancer, brain cancer, at 24 years of age, which I just don't see why that would ever happen. As I was being told, the Let It Be was on by the Beatles.
Yes.
And so that kind of probably is the sentimental reason.
Yes.
I would say Let It Be is probably the best song I've ever heard the Beatles do. Now, Day in the Life, In My Life, anything, just anything by the Beatles. Musically, I still think one of the best songs they ever did was I've Got a Feeling off the Let It Be album. Oh, man.
I'd like to hear that one.
Ringo Starr's drums and that, it's just perfect. Perfect drums. Say what you want to about Ringo Starr. I think he's one of the greatest drummers ever lived because he was a musician. He was a drummer, not just a drummer. There are a lot of great drummers out there, and we just lost one of the best ones of all time, Neil Peart, not too long ago. But Let It Be would be mine. What would you pick?
I'm trying to think. It would be probably in categories. And being an old hairband guy,
Every Rose Has a Thorn.
No, not at all. Although that would, you're close. Warrant. Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Oh, wow.
Probably not
song.
the most politically correct title, especially these days. But
Right.
listen to this song. It's a great story song. Janie Lane, one of my favorite writers, and I would have loved to have written with him. I got an autograph thanks to this lady here from him now. So that song is a story song about two guys who witnessed a murder, and in the swamp they run to Uncle Tom's cabin, and I think this. I got a secret that I just can't tell. They tell Uncle Tom, and I won't give the whole song away, but listen to that, songwriters out there. What a song that was ahead of its time.
Okay.
Right there. That would be one that first pops to mind. Jason Adams.
My uncle used to love me, but she died.
Now, is that
What's
guy
wrong with you?
Is this the Pigeons in the Park guy?
No, that's Roger Miller.
Roger, okay. My uncle used to love me, but he died.
But she died.
What's the story behind that one?
I have no idea.
But he wished he'd have wrote it.
Rebecca?
Rebecca would say.
Okay, so I'm like you. It would have to be it would have to be genre, and you can start from the 30s and work your way through because I didn't miss a season, and I have crossover into the Latin because I'm Hispanic.
Yes.
But
You are?
yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why she makes really good burritos.
and tamales and enchiladas and. No.
Love it.
But no, so I guess I'll go back to the early ones, and that would be At Last.
At
Love
Last.
that
The Etta
song.
James.
Etta James. Yeah.
Who's the writer on that?
Actually,
Is that one of
that's
the
a
10
cover. That is a cover.
Yeah, Etta is a cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found she is a cover.
Wow.
Would not have guessed it. Would not. It was a big band era
I could
that
see
did
that.
it, like in the 30s.
Yeah.
They did it originally. They do sing it similar to that. But all right, we got two more people in the house. We need to find out what song.
Jamie. Who would
Jamie.
Jamie Finchum. What would your, if a song that you wish you had written been? But she's not, she's a fan. So, yeah, she's not a songwriter. So I
That's
don't know.
right. What's your favorite song or band?
Favorite band, yes.
The Jeopardy music playing in the background.
Ding, ding.
I would probably go with Backstreet Boys again. They have everything,
The
looks
Backstreet
and-
Boys?
Yeah, they seem like a nice group of guys. I liked them as a guy. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
And
They're very
okay.
talented.
What was your
Edwina.
idea? Edwina, yeah. Yes, Dave
Joe
Gibson.
Diffie, Ships
Joe
Don't Come In.
Diffie.
Great
Joe
song.
Diffie, huh?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
great song.
What a great one. And I used to not like that. Dave Gibson tells the song, and I know I'm jumping around here, but Dave tells the story of right after Joe put that on hold, Garth Brooks wanted that song. But, of course, the ethics and everything, he just didn't do it.
Right.
He didn't let Garth record it, that Joe went ahead and recorded it. And as much as I love Garth, what would this world have been like if you didn't have Joe Diffie's voice?
Absolutely. I can't imagine that any other way. Now, I have been revisiting some of the stuff that we've written, trying to, instead of doing some of the same old things, I'm trying to get some of the stuff that we've written that don't get played.
Yes, and we used to do a group right everybody out there listening, but before the Midnight Madness and Nashville night shows for 3 years there, I think we did a group right.
Yeah.
A lot of these songs are still getting played. Paradise, Jay, you play the Melon song, and I can't remember.
She does.
She does, and then Open Mic, which is the title track of the CD. I recorded this. Sip Sip. All that stuff. So
I'm going back to They Call Me Conway. I'm trying to learn that.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And then 100 Years of Hell Raising.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one you and I wrote.
The Richard song, yeah.
The one you and I wrote here recently. Rewind and Relive.
Rewind and Relive. I was thinking about that one the other day. Yeah. I rewind and we got a lot of them. Just waiting to get out there. But gosh, what an exercise that is, and to think about. Gosh, what if I wish I would have written one of those songs that kind of points you in the right direction. What you want to do. Rebecca, anybody chiming in out there that says what song that
we got people jumping on, but nothing a song wise. We got David Williams is on. We got Dalton Black is on.
I love Dalton. Dalton just had a 3 or 4 week #1. Granddad is Gospel. He was supposed to be on the Smokehouse show with me this week, but of course that's canceled.
Right.
And what a talented young man there. Works his butt off.
Real quick, you're talking about songwriters. I'd like to throw a prayer request out there for Bob DeYoung.
Yes.
That was a shock to me hearing that.
Just found out recently.
Brian probably is unaware of that, but Bob is in bad health, and it's not looking good per what Bob says. So we hope he can still have a massive turnaround, but it's going to take a lot of prayer, and someone's got to want it, to be that way. So
former Smoking Hit Songwriter winner. had Jason and I down at the Chattanooga Songwriters Association a couple of years ago. Was kind enough, was very gracious to us down there, and a songwriter, what a guy,
and what a voice! I loved his voice, his playing. What a great songwriter, and just a good guy, just a really nice guy. So Bob DeYoung, you'll always be in our hearts, man. So we wish you all the best. So. Randy, go ahead and play another tune, and I got to bring up some past stuff that we've done. I think is kind of fun.
All right. Does it have anything to do with my very distant past police record, right?
I'm going to let you decide, Pat, but no.
I do have one, but it's very distantly in the past. Praise the Lord. So I'm going to play one that Steve Robertson, I wrote this song 15 years ago. My cousin passed away.
David Graham jumped on.
I talked to David on the phone today. Hey, David.
Desperados Waiting for a Train was David Graham.
Okay.
What was his
Thank you, David.
Desperado?
Desperados Waiting for a Train.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he's a great one. Okay. This song, my cousin passed away very suddenly, and on the way down to the funeral home from Nashville to Deckard, I wrote this song on my little digital recorder about 15 years ago. Joseph Mabelot, the co-writer, had the melody on this. So this song lay dormant for about, it was played at my father's memorial service. And it lay dormant after that for many years. I played it one night for Jamie here next to me. And then she had me play it for Steve Robertson. And they told me, hey, you got to start playing it out. And Steve had been wanting to record it for the last few years. He told me he was going to record it, and he finally cut it. He put it out on the radio, and it's number 10 on the Sun Country Countdown this week. And it's going out to a lot of radio stations. So thanks, Steve Robertson, for cutting this. This is Between Those Two Doors. It's a warm December day. I've been down this road before. Time to go back home and say goodbye once more. Another good friend of mine has seen his last day. Past the hospital where I was born, just a half a mile from that funeral home. And then in there it dawned on me as I drove along, that hospital's the front door, funeral home's the back. One we come into and one we go out. When the good Lord calls us, and it's our time to go. And life is all those rooms in between of a house where we're supposed to find out what it means to really love. Then we'll know what we're here for. We only have a short time between those two doors. I pulled into that parking lot, greeted by tears from friends and family that I ain't seen for years. Then I walked into that funeral home, felt a wave of sorrow, remembering all the times I said I'd come see him tomorrow. That hospital's the front door, funeral home's the back. One we come into and one we go out. When the good Lord calls us, it's our time to go. And life is all those rooms in between of a house where we're supposed to find out what it means to really love. Then we'll know what we're here for. We only have a short time, such a very, very short time. We only have a short time between those two doors. Between those two doors. Thank y'all. Thank you very much.
We did have another songwriter jump on and give his suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel from Credenda said he wished he would have written Blackbird.
Blackbird. Oh, beautiful song. Good choice, Daniel. This comes from a guy, if you listen to Daniel from Credenda, fantastic band. They were our second artist for the virtual concert series that we're doing. Daniel was a metal guy back in his day. You look at him and you hear him now, and he's just beautiful, melodic.
Yeah.
You could hear him sing Blackbird.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of like his forte and his style, I think. But he was a metal guy, like Korn's 7-string guitars and stuff. So what a transformation. Same way with you, though. Same way with you, though. You started Skinner to metal to now James Taylorish.
I started in gangster rap.
Yes.
New Jack Hustler.
Yeah. Yeah, what goes on in the kitchen?
That's the quote of this show so far.
Yeah. Now, we see you're wearing an Eagles hat.
Yes.
I love it.
Eagles security backstage at the Grand Ole Opry House in October 2007 gave me this.
Wow. Very nice.
I got to eat and walk through back there, and I'm sitting here eating. I turn around, there's Timothy Schmidt and Vince Gill and all them, and Don Henley with the back to me. Just from here, like to across the room. So great time.
Unbelievable.
I got a shirt too, but it's not fitting.
That was 2007, you said?
2017.
17. Okay. I was going to say, How ironic if that was 2007. Vince was already back there talking to him.
No, this
years
is,
later,
yeah.
he's with him. But
and
yeah,
I'm going to tell you, but I've seen entourages and I've seen backstage catering before. But with the Eagles, you have not seen an entourage until you see the Eagles, because everybody else's entourage, Eagles is up here.
Oh, I bet.
You know, they are just top notch.
I was very glad I got to see them play during the long run tour. So with Joe Walsh, Don Felder was still with the band, and I love Don Felder to death. Joe kind of makes the party out of the band, but I think Don's that underlining pin of guitar work there too that allows Joe the freedom to do Joe Walsh stuff.
Yes.
But Eagles is in my top 4 bands of all time. Number 1 will always be the Beatles, and then you got to look at Led Zeppelin, Skinner, the Eagles, right there together. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm the same way with music as my son Adam is. If you say band, rock band, I don't put the Beatles in as a rock band. I put them in as the greatest band. They did everything. They could do everything. But if you're talking rock band, probably Led Zeppelin is probably the greatest rock band that's ever lived. Yeah. But I'd go to a Led Zeppelin show and jump right over to a Skinner show, jump right over to an Eagles show, and a heartbeat.
Yes.
I love all those. And you and I started off my little tours of every year in October going to Galesburg, Mississippi.
Galesburg, Mississippi, yeah.
You and I, we came up with that over at Last Chance Saloon. We're like, I go, hey, man, why don't we go to Galesburg? And we're like, sure. Where's that at? Kind of. And we researched it, and it was the 39th anniversary of the crash.
39th, and what a story this is. We get down there, you guys, we find people who tell us about it in Galesburg. And it's actually the crash site at that time. No gates around it, no homage to it. They just take us back, and they show us even where the ground is still misshapen where the plane hit.
Yeah. And you're standing on hallowed ground where you listen to the first responders telling you, well, this is where we laid the wounded. This is where the dead was. This is where we come out at. And then the following year, I went down with Jason.
Yes.
Went down with Jason for the 40th anniversary. The year after that, I went down with Bear for the 41st. Oh, and here, I'm going to give you something, Randy. Check this out.
Okay. And while you're doing that, Jason, you found part of the plane, right?
We got pieces of the plane. And
well, what is this? What is this?
This is a walking stick that was made from one of the tree limbs and stuff that was there in the area.
Okay, so that's a walking stick made from the tree limb of the crash site.
The crash,
yeah.
Leonard Skinner, and that was the date.
That is too dang cool.
Yeah.
So all of us that were down there, the fans of the Skinner people, they gave us these. That was from Ground Zero. Now that limb there probably wasn't there during the crash.
Yeah.
But it came from the ground that the crash happened on.
Awesome.
So thank you, Jamie Wall and Bobby McDaniel, the ones that I think Bobby made this for us.
Okay, they won't be able to hear you talking, so
thank you.
You're not in a microphone.
Not a word for that.
I'll jump on that.
You know what? It's very cool to have a piece of something like that. I have actually got in first thing. Let me go backtrack a little bit. Everybody, check out my Facebook. Scroll way down on the pit photos till October of 2016. Mm-hmm. You will see Mark and I at the tree at the Leonard Skinner crash site that people carve in Freebird and they carve in their names, and it's almost like an album cover.
It does.
If we
look like
ever do an
cover.
album, that's the cover right there.
Yep,
so.
that's it.
How cool is it to have stuff around? Not paraphernalia. What is it? Memorabilia.
Yeah, memorabilia.
My past is showing.
You went way back, Randy.
Leonard Skinner paraphernalia. I'm sure it's
I
out
bet there's
there.
some of that there too.
Yeah, I'm sure that was out there. But memorabilia is a special thing in my office now. I finally got an office that I've been wanting for years. And the last few years, Jamie's been really kind to get me some of that. I got an autographed boxing glove, James Buster Douglas.
Oh, wow.
Biggest sports upset in history.
Oh, yeah.
February 11th, 1990.
Watched that fight on TV. Yes.
He knocked out Mike Tyson. Nobody expected him to win. Got an autographed glove by him. I have my favorite quarterback. Not that I love the team, but I love this guy, Joe Flacco. Got an autographed Baltimore Ravens helmet.
Okay.
Now, and because Joe was always one of those hard-nosed guys. He didn't have the gaudy numbers, but he just won.
Yeah.
Mike Krzyzewski, my favorite coach. Tanya Harding. And hold up before you make judgments on Tanya Harding. Jamie got Tanya to sign to Randy. And
a crowbar?
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. That was the old Tanya, but it's a picture of her skating, and she actually signed it to me for Christmas. So
that's cool.
Thank you, Jamie, for that. But what it was, I'll sidetrack it with Tanya. If you look at her backstory, she came from, she was a dirt poor trailer girl in a world, and does not condone the Kerrigan stuff. She came from a world that was kind of pushed aside by the ice skating clique, and she overcome a lot. She got in with a couple of idiots that messed, that derailed her life. But I've always liked her backstory. I got a thing with people who inspire me. I got it on my, Janie Lane. I got an autographed card of him that I accumulate. I want to have something. I've been trying to buy that from Jason, the Skinner stuff, but he won't sell it to me. So,
well, if you're a good boy, we might be able to work something out.
This is not. Depends on what good boy means. Good boy. But it is something to have stuff like that, you sign stuff from the side. It is inspiring, people you love, and it is good to have around. There's something about memorabilia.
Yes.
Paraphernalia gets you in trouble.
I got a little tiny white football, one of the little plastic ones that are about 4 inches, that we had as kids. I got a white football signed in my garage in a tote from doggone it, Gale Sayers from the Chicago Bulls. Yes. Or Bears, pardon me, Chicago Bears. Gale Sayers, I got that, and I got I got quite a bit of stuff signed. But Tony Stewart signed a ball cap for me when I did a little gardening for him at an autograph signing. Really nice guy backstage. But my recent ones are maybe right up there as my favorite. The 41st anniversary of the Skinner reunion. Yeah. They did a monument. They got big monuments down there now. $65,000 worth of granite monuments, black marble, beautiful. Oh, my God, it's beautiful. You can go on and check it out. Rebecca went down with me and my daughter Marissa. We went down. I got a T-shirt signed by Ronnie Van Zant's widow, his daughter, Melody. If you ever heard Johnny Van Zant doing the song down at Brickyard Road. Yes, it said Little Melody tagged along. Yeah. Melody signed my shirt. Yeah. So she signed it. Her kids signed it. Ronnie's grandkids he never saw. Steve Gaines' daughter signed it. His grandkids he never saw signed it. 5 of the people that was on the plane signed it. It was amazing. I got that. So I'm like, where are you going to find that shirt at? Yeah. And I've got it. I got it. And Gene Odom, which was Ronnie's best friend and bodyguard.
I read Gene's book years ago.
Yeah,
on Skinner Crash.
Yeah, he's got a new DVD out too that I want to get. So we made friends with all those, and it's pretty cool. We get to meet them. We see them every year, and they pick on us still. And we heard stories at the last one that was you and I met Robert Newman or Jimmy Newman.
Is that the guy that had the store that saw the plane fly over?
Yeah, saw the plane fly over. Yeah. He told the story to Jason and I that there was a guy that he witnessed, was talking to him, said, "Save my friends." I came back next to him, and he was dead. Well, everyone that was dead was already dead at the time of the crash. No one else died after the crash. So we're like going, well, probably trauma and adrenaline and stuff. Well, we found that guy. He was a crash victim. The triage doctor went out and pronounced him, this guy's dying. Don't even worry about saving this guy. Put him over to the side. And he was leaning up against a tree when somebody came up and said, "You all right, man?" "Yeah, just help save my buddies." And then they came back to him, and he wasn't dead. But he passed out, and Jimmy Newman thought he was dead. Wow. We found that guy, and he was at the reunion this last year. Rebecca and I got to meet him. Bless his heart. Cool guy out of Texas. He signed my shirt. But so, yeah, the story was almost true. Jimmy thought he was dead, but he wasn't. And he didn't blame the triage doctor. He said, "I was pretty messed up. You have to help people that you think you can save." And they didn't think there was any hope for this guy. And he pulled through, and he lived.
Wow. So it wasn't an untrue story. What a special moment that was to be that in a special day to go see that, And even before the monuments, that's cool that they got a monument there. That's awesome.
No, it's not out. It's not out at the crash site. It is on the grounds of where the crash happened, But if you remember Easley Road, you and I drive down Easley Road. We turned in. We went down to where we went to go see the crash site.
Yes.
It's on that road right before you turn into Duane. He donated a whole bunch of his property up front as a monument, and now it's lit up the whole bit 24/7. Wow. Huge, awesome. Beautiful area. So if the plane would have continued flying, it would fly right over where the monument was. So it's kind of cool. So
very cool.
Let's get another
we have a message from Barbara. She says, "Hi, Randy."
Hey, Barbara.
Barbara Bruton.
Yes.
Do we know the last name? Just Barbara?
Bruton.
Oh, Barbara. Okay.
Love the Brutons. What a family. What a blessing, and what a great sound. They have their own sound, which is what you shoot for.
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
They really do.
Not many people can say that. They do.
And they're out there playing it, man. They're out there playing when they can. So check them out. And again, thank you for being part of that. Let's redo that show again real fast. We're doing a virtual reality show, not a virtual reality, virtual concert show. Excuse me for the mess up. Virtual concert show every Thursday night, 7 o'clock, Nashville Central Time. This week, our special guest, Ava Rowland, is coming on.
Since we're talking about things happening this week, let's go ahead and talk about Saturday real quick.
This is cool. This is cool. We've been trying to get this for 2 years.
And it finally came together.
Mm-hmm.
This Saturday, starting at 11 a.m., we were going to go live at a vinyl show at the Rainbow Ranch, Hank Snow's Rainbow Ranch.
Yep. We're going to sit on the same toilet seat that Elvis sat on once.
Wow. I would never get up from there.
Yeah. Just what are you doing? I'm just sitting here singing Elvis tunes. Yeah. But, we'll be doing the live show.
Whole lot of shaking going on.
Oh, man. Baby, come on.
If you're in a bathroom, that has all kinds of different meanings.
Yeah. But check that out. It'll be all country show.
You don't want to sing Hunka Hunka Burning.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Well, we were doing
We've all been there one time.
Now we're not.
Well, we just got canceled from the Rainbow Ranch. Thank you, everybody.
Knocking.
But, check that out. The vinyl show will be live this coming Saturday, 11 to 5, from the Rainbow Ranch. Hank Snow's that place there. I can't wait. We've been talking about that for 2 years, and it finally just materialized because it's a busy little place. They rent it out and stuff. And, right now with the COVID thing going on, there's nobody there, so we can practice social distancing between the three of us and not worry. I'm sitting 2.5 feet from Jason anyways. If he puts his hand on my leg one more time, I'm going to kill him. But
he secretly likes to don't let him lie to you.
So, but that'll be fun. I can't wait for that. It'll be an all-country show. We're going to probably play there have been a lot of people that have been at the Hank Snow's Rainbow Ranch, and we're going to play songs by them. So. I'm sure you might hear a Hank Snow tuner there. So All right, so let's get back to a Randy Finchum tune.
Okay, any suggestions, Miss Finchum, to the next?
Before you start, we do have one more suggestion. Walt Evans said he's not a songwriter, but wishes he had written Desperado.
Oh gosh, I'm going to tell you, Walter. And I hang out with Walter, work with Walter. So he plays the best covers of the Eagles I've ever heard.
Really?
Oh, and he's bashful. He'll say, "I don't do." He does. He sings the heck out of some Eagles songs. So, and I've heard a song or two he wrote. I think the stuff that we've written, off the top of our heads, we couldn't probably say on any kind of air or anything.
Yeah.
Can I get something here? I got a little CD. Just give a little plug to, and I'm terrible at marketing these things, and got a little CD that I did. I did live at Montego, and actually, Jason, this the title track inspired it's the title of something we wrote in group rights. So it's Lord, I wouldn't change a thing. We're live at Jim Oliver's Smokehouse. Go to randyfinchum.com or let me know. Order it for $5.
$5.
$5, yeah.
Come
see me live. It's whatever you want to pay. So, but $5, and I got writers on here.
50 cents.
Well, we're $4.50 on the way.
That'll get you the cellophane wrap.
But yes, I've written with people in there. Everybody from Conway to Kelsey, Ballerini. So if anybody wants to sample what one of my live shows are, that's it. It's basically the same show all the time. So
that's excellent.
Let's see, what can I do? Well, what about this one? I've had this one wrote with Tony Day. Tony was our landlady years ago, and her and I wrote this one, and back in 2011, and it kind of just went on the back burner, emerged on the other side of the big pond called the Atlantic Ocean, and the Irish band Hurricane Highway cut this song, did a video, great video, and it was actually in discussion for a Grammy nomination a couple years ago. So
wow.
It's called I'll Learn From You. And all you songwriters out there, never discount one of your songs. It doesn't matter if it's old, new, or what. You know, they can take a while, but they can have their day. But thank you, Hurricane Highway, for cutting this. Those guys are awesome guys and gals over there. Send this up to Miss Tony Day up in heaven. It ain't been that long since you blew in my life, giving me a glimpse of the other side. Baby, you're something, I'm amazed how you find the fun in everything. You're teaching me things I've never known, showing me things I've never been shown, like how whiskey tastes with red lipstick, while I catch a different kind of buzz from your lips. Your jeans can look real good ripped, I learn from you. Like how getting a tattoo at midnight feels, how to play air guitar with a rod and reel, cuddle up in a canoe, I learn from you. You put me in a place where I want to be. Now I know what it means to really feel free. Good times were hiding in plain view, and they all came out the minute I met you. So many cool things that I missed. Add these to the what you taught me list. How to take a road trip and get away, and a fantastic night can turn to day with the sun coming up on the lake. I learned from you how to look at things and see the upside. Lick salt with tequila, then suck on the lime. Things they never had in school, I learned from you. The lessons that you're giving show me a way of living I never knew existed. I learned from you. I never know it's coming, but I can't wait. You keep on surprising me every day. And the last thing that I'll say, baby, I think you're great. Keep doing the things you do, I learn from you. Baby, I learn from you. I learn from you.
Rockin' Randy Finchum is with us tonight. We probably got time for one more song before we call it a night, but I just want to say the vinyl shows are not the same without Rockin' Randy guest DJing with us. Man, I had some of the best times. We laughed so hard.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
I'll go back to some of the old stuff when it was you and us at the Last Chance Saloon. And just where we're losing our breath. We can't do it up and laugh. We got to get you on another vinyl show because it was just absolutely funnier and crap. I had the best time with those.
We had one thing, Mark. Jason and I talked about on the phone today. I brought it up. I can't go into too much detail on it, but we analyzed certain suspect album covers.
Yes. Yes. We had
Black Oak, Arkansas. Just look them
terrible.
up, everybody.
That was terrible, wasn't it? Yeah, we would do some of that stuff. Yeah, we had a blast. So we got to get you on another vinyl show sometime. Right now,
please.
The next two are on location, but maybe 3-4 months down the road, we got to get you on one.
I will do one. And you know what? I appreciate this. We've been here 45 minutes, and none of us have said the word mitigate once.
No.
I just heard mitigate every day, every time I turn the TV on. So
oh, yeah.
I am against the word mitigate. Not what it means. I'm just against hearing it.
We do have awesome Andy listening, by the way.
Oh, gosh. Andy, in our prayers. I know he's going through a rough time now, and we've all been through that, losing parents and everything. Mark, can I ask you something? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead.
I really want to make our last few minutes valuable on this, and being laid up, I think the meaningful exchange of ideas should come down to what would be good to watch as far as binge watching. We have watched Mindhunter. We watched Mindhunter. We breezed through 2 seasons of that, and I don't think a third one's coming. But now we are currently on Ozark.
Oh, really?
So Ozark, Jason Bateman, his comedicness translates perfectly into the darkness, criminality of that show.
Okay.
Does you or anybody out there have any other suggestions what we can get? We were just starting season 2 of Ozark, but I want an exchange of ideas on what to watch, what to stream while we're laid up.
Well, it was kind of funny you said that because I never saw The Mandalorian, which is the Star Wars deal. If you remember Boba Fett, the green bounty hunter, he was a Mandalorian. So there's a series called The Mandalorian, which I thought was probably a guy walking around in the desert playing mandolin every day. But it's not. It's not a musical at all.
Darn.
But, yeah, so it's not that. So we started watching that. We watched all 8. There's only 8 shows in the first series. And I guess there's another series coming out, but right now there's only 8 shows in the first series. So it's not a very heavy binge watch show. But it was good. It was okay.
Amazon Prime?
But it was on Disney. But it got Rebecca and I. She's only saw technically the first one that came out, which is really number 4. You know, the first Darth Vader movie. So we started last night in order now because we went on the website. We found there's like 14 Star Wars movies that are like legit Star Wars stuff. Because there's a lot of other add-on crazy, but the legit Star Wars stuff in order, and we went with Star Wars number 1, and we're going to episode 2 tonight. She hasn't seen any of those.
Wow.
So we're going to
They've only been around like 40 years. I had.
I know. I was very unfortunate that I was in the household. So.
Hey, they'll be brand new, you know.
And, you know, I haven't seen them for a long time, too, but... You know, we're going back and watching them, and there's some of them that, like the later ones, I haven't seen Solo, and I haven't
seen that one yet. That's the only one.
Yeah, so I mean, so I'll get to see some stuff I haven't seen before. So we're doing the Star Wars thing.
Okay, well, here's what I'm doing. We're doing Ozark right now. It's just starting season 2. Looking for suggestions. Ozark, Bloodline, great series, fantastic. They had to cut it off short at season 3, but that's definitely worth it. Same era as Star Wars. I am currently on Rocky 3. I'm watching the Rocky movies, and they had the same effect as they did on me at 10 years old. I always want to work out when I watch a Rocky movie. But as soon as I get up and go into the kitchen, that just goes away.
As soon as you walk, you get a sandwich, you know, walk back in with some goulash.
Oh, gosh, but yeah,
Graham said,
get Shorty. What is it? Is it Amazon Prime or is Game of Thrones? I've got 10 seasons of that we got to watch. The Wire is great for anybody.
The Ranch is good, too.
The Ranch. Isn't that the one? The Ranch is one. Jamie's mom and dad, Gerald and them. They watched a little bit of it. Or they used to watch that.
That's what Sam Elliott, isn't it?
Yeah, Sam Elliott's a great show.
Sam Elliott and frequent appearances by the F word, from what I hear.
Oh yeah.
They drop it a lot.
Not. Oh yeah, it's F. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took a while for me to handle.
Yeah.
But I looked past the
Yeah. Gerald has to look past that too. So
I still like the old classics. So I like you go back and watch The Godfathers. I like all that.
The thing about the Ranch is Sam Elliott's character reminds me of my ex-father-in-law.
wow.
The mannerisms, the way he talks, all that is just my ex-father-in-law.
Did he cuss you like that?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, very often.
The thing I like about them is they are all pro Peyton Manning.
Okay.
Peyton Manning is the god on that show.
Well.
They love Peyton Manning.
Well.
It's supposed to be like, what, Colorado is where it's at?
Yeah.
Based out of Colorado, so Peyton
Bobby
Manning
Knight.
was a god to them.
Even over Elway.
Yes.
In Colorado. That's
it's
odd.
all Peyton Manning.
Gosh, you'd think.
So, and sorry for all you out there. I love Peyton Manning to death, man. Anything that he
Colts
comes out
fan.
with. And with him and Brad Paisley.
Yeah.
Brad plays off of him perfectly.
Oh gosh, yeah.
They're great. So,
Nationwide is on your side.
yes. So,
Did you see the new Peyton place where
The little things, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
Great
Now, I
stuff.
did see Peyton come out and sing with him, not live, but on TV, at the Neyland Stadium concert, Kenny, a few years ago. Did not go so good. Great quarterback,
not a singer.
suspect singer.
Well, did you ever see him sing Rocky Top when he was with Tennessee?
Thank God, no.
No. There's YouTube video of it past that.
Wow.
Go on to the other stuff, but He's just cool. And
I always like Peyton.
The play between him and Tom Brady, they go up to Jim Nance's house and they're going to miniature golf.
Yeah.
Jim Nance has like a miniature golf course in his backyard, so they go up to the security gate, and he goes, "Hey, Jim." Jim goes, "Hey." He goes, "This is Peyton." He goes, "Hey, Peyton, how you doing?" He goes, "Yeah, me and Tom are here, and we want to come and play miniature golf." He goes, "Oh, Tom Cruise?" He goes, "No, Tom Brady." He goes, "Oh, okay. Well, come on now." And Tom's in the vehicle with him. Just the way they play off each other. What do you think of Tom Brady going to the Bucs?
Well, I was going to say, we just deviate for a second. I was going to ask you, will Tom Brady going to the Bucs, does that elevate Tampa to Super Bowl status or maybe just playoff status?
I think playoff status.
I'm thinking so.
I think, I don't know. Playoff status, I think.
He's in a tougher division. You got Matt Ryan, you got Jared Goff and all them in the West, so it's going to be tougher to win.
But they're loaded. They got a really good defense. They got killer wide receivers. Got an excellent running back. I mean, they're loaded. I mean, I think they're a better complete team than New England would have been this coming year. So he has a better chance of winning the Super Bowl, I think, with Tampa than he would have with New England.
Well, to cap that off, they should go back to the 1976 creamsicle winless season. I think they should go back to that. Darn it, I love those.
Yeah, that orange and white with the little Buccaneer with a little plume on the top of his head that just tells you to sack the quarterback. Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. We have any suggestions as far as what to binge watch?
That's it for so far.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the TV show Justified?
No.
That's a good one. You might want to go back and watch that one, too.
Okay.
I have a request.
I would tell you Dexter, but you can't find him anymore.
We've watched Dexter 2 or 3 times.
Oh, have you? That cracks me up.
Can you play open mic?
Oh, yeah. I sure can. Yes, I do. I better remember it. She lets me know if I don't. Okay, this song. 7 or 8 writers on this. Me, you, David Graham, Paul Cicero, Andy. Mark, you might be a writer on this. So.
Yeah, I'm sure I was. There's not anything with ladders in the news or ground squirrels in the rearview mirror. I'm probably not.
Well, this got played on WSM radio. I got to play it, and what a great song to sum up our journey. It's called Open Mic, the songwriting journey, and I better remember the words. Sitting on this bar stool drinking drinks, thinking thoughts, thinker things, back leaning against the bar, waiting on my chance to play guitar. Around the riders up on stage, some ain't good and some aren't great. They give their one chance to shine, and when they strum that last chord, I'll have mine. All my troubles fade away when I'm up here on this stage, pouring out my heart in every line, singing my songs at open mic. If Garth don't cut 'em, that's okay. I'm still proud of these songs I sing, one I wrote when Mama died. It always leaves the whole room misty-eyed. All my troubles fade away when I'm up here on the stage, pouring out my heart in every line, singing my songs at open mic. I may not get paid a lot. Music is my gift from God. I have everything I need, 6 strings away from all my dreams. All my troubles fade away when I'm up here on this stage, pouring out my heart in every line, singing my songs at open mic. Lord, I wouldn't change a thing about my life. I get to sing my songs at open mic. Thank y'all. Thank you very much.
Mr. Randy Finchum with us.
One word, get an eighth.
Yeah, one word,
yes.
get eighth.
What a special time. 8 people in that room when we came out with something very cool and a lot of songs that we still play today.
Yeah. You have a suggestion from Steve Robinson. Learn how to sing.
Yeah.
No.
I'm 48. It's hopeless now if I don't know it.
No, he said rewatch Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah, rewatch Breaking Bad. You know, we are into Better Call Saul also.
Yeah.
Which is a
Now, Barbara from Credenda said, first of all, she thought the song was an awesome song. And there was just so much ambience in the song. She really loved that song. So thank you, Barbara, for
thank you. Yes,
paying
yes,
attention to
thank
that. Barbara in Credenda was our second guest of the virtual concert series. We started off with Melissa Alessi. Second week was Credenda. Last week was Neilani and Josh. This week will be Ava Rowland. Next week, I believe it is Dallas Remington. Right after that's Lee Gibson. And they're just coming on. So if you want to be part of the show, virtual realities, virtual concerts every Thursday night at 7 o'clock. And I may have to start doubling up because we're getting quite a few people requesting. So, and again,
cool.
It hasn't been signed yet, but we've got a guitar player from one of the world's biggest bands maybe doing a show for us in May. So we'll find that out. We'll tease you. That's a little
Stay
cliffhanger.
tuned. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Hey, thank you guys for having me. Y'all are awesome, and I love you, and I needed this. You know.
We're glad
out of the
you
house.
came out of the last minute and helped us.
Next week, tentatively,
going well.
the Kaylee Hill Trio is supposed to be here, so we'll see.
We hope that happens. We hope that happens. I only got to see them once. It was during the CMAs, and man, were they good. Wow. Kaylee's been on our show as a solo artist, and she's phenomenal. But the Kaylee Hill Trio was phenomenal. So hopefully we can get that all worked out and get them here. So
no shortage of talent around these parts, are there?
There's not, man. We got so many good friends and so many good talent like yourself. Thank you for being part of our family. Support Randy. Help him out. You can buy his CD. They're only $5 right now, these CDs. Once the COVID's over with, they're going up for like $50, $60 a piece. But right now, they're $5, so get them while they're hot. Randy, thanks for being part of our musical family. We got to get you on a vinyl show one of these days.
Oh yeah, definitely. And y'all, any kind of theme this week? Or are you just going to do Hank Snow or the country?
It's going to be
all
country.
country.
All country. Be Hank. People. A lot of people played. There's a piano there, and I guess a lot like Elvis and Johnny Cash, all those played on that piano. So we're going to try to be as close to that piano as possible.
That is awesome.
But we're going to play, be country, but we'll be throwing some Elvis in there and some of that kind of stuff. Some of the stars that was Jan Howard, some of those people. The other gentleman that we just lost, Alex Harvey. Yeah. We'll play some of his songs.
Oh,
of course, Joe Diffie. We'll play some Joe Diffie.
And John Prine.
We'll
play some John Prine.
And Kenny Rogers.
Which Joe Diffie album you got? I'll go to make you got Third Rock from the Sun?
Not on vinyl.
Okay, well.
I do have a couple 45s along with the Regular Joe album. I got Regular Joe on an album. Then I have Pickup Man.
Yes.
And I think it's The Devil Danced Into Pockets on 45.
That was the first one. He did the demo on that, I think. And that's where he liked it. But there's one, I was playing Jamie, I'll be quick here. Jamie, some of the album tracks I love of Joe Diffie. And Third Rock from the Sun, I think that was the album. Junior's in Love.
Junior's in Love. Great song.
Dennis Lindy,
Yeah.
Goodbye Earl, Queen of My
In
Double
Love
Wide
with
Trailer.
a capital U.
Yeah. That's a great song to play from here on out. Great song.
I also
had a
have
lot of Joe
John
Diffie.
Deere Green on a 45.
Oh yeah, Sammy Kershaw turned that song.
Really?
I don't think he heard it. I think he stopped at Queen of My Double Wide Trailer and never heard that when I said. And one of the stories he tells is why didn't anybody pitch me that? And I said, well, Sammy, we did. If he's watching, I may be wrong exactly on that story, but something similar. But love you guys and gals. Thank y'all for having me on here. Y'all are.
Thank you for Randy Finchum, Rockin' Randy. We always call him here at the show. For Lisa T down at AlabamaJams.com and Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Chris out there at HeatFMRadio.com in New York, New York. We want to thank Brian, our IT guru producer. Thank you, Brian, for all you do. You do such a great job.
The best.
This makes the whole world fly with him. We have the Velvet one, Miss Rebecca. We have the Hillbilly one, Mr. Jason Adams. I'm Mark, your DJ Doctor. With that, you all have a great night. And don't forget, wash your hands. We'll see you next week.